Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to all. Welcome to the Virtual International Future Scientist Conference 2020. My name is Putra Haziman bin Hamidan, and I will be your host for today. In our virtual conference today, we are joined by Yang Berbahagia, Dr. Nuraisa binti Spahat, Undersecretary of Genius Division, Ministry of Education. Yang Berusaha, Associate Professor Dr. Rolinda binti Yusof, the Director of Pusat Genius at Pintar Negara, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Yang Berusaha, Dr. Hayati binti Ismail, the Director of College Genius Insan, Universiti Sains Islam Malaysia. Yang Berusaha, Profesor Dato' Dr. Noria binti Muhammad Ishaq, the Consultant of Pusat Genius at Pintar Negara, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a roaring applause for Dr. Nuraisa binti Spahat for her presence today at the closing ceremony of the International Future Scientist Conference 2020. Now, we will sing the National Anthem Negaraku, Varsity Kita, and Anak Permata. lahir dengan kasih sayang. Anak bermata cahaya hidup bakal berkilau di masa hadapan. Kami dicari seluruh Malaysia dengan segala usaha yang payah, bersama sahabat yang memahami serta guru yang mendampingi. Belajar kami terus belajar, berusaha kami terus berusaha, menjadi warga pintar demi mencapai cita-cita negara, memenuhi impian pemimpin bangsa satu Malaysia. Kami terungkap berbagai penjuru, kami cipta mencari yang baru. Jadi anak kita bangsa, kita nur berhemat jujur. Kami disaji berbagai program yang memuji dan mencabar indah. Kami diasuh menjadi kreatif agar minda lebih inovatif. Belajar kami terus belajar, berusaha kami terus berusaha, membentuk diri sendiri demi mencapai cita-cita negara, jadi warga pintar dunia, impian satu Malaysia. Bukan sahaja mengenal buku, kami diasuh hormati ilmu. Jadi pemikir beradab cermat, bijaksana mencapai matlamat. Kami anak mata pintar, bagai hazanah yang perlu dihilang, agar kilauan memberi bakti kepada negara yang dicintai. Thank you. Now, we would like to invite Khair Amza bin Muhammad Ashri to recite the prayers. Please welcome. Al-Fatiha.
Sebab jarang kita perkembangan ni diwujudkan, first time ni sebenarnya kita
وقال ربكم ادعوني استجب لكم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين حمدا الناعمين حمدا الشاكرين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي جلال وجهك الكريم وعظيم سلطانه. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the world. Let your blessing and your peace be on your servant and your messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his family and companions. Allahumma ya Allah, we express our gratitude to you for allowing us to organize the Ifsc 2020 closing ceremony in this auspicious afternoon. We ask for the safety of our committee and the welfare of our body. O Allah, Lord of the implementing authority, may the days that we have gone through together, starting with your mercy, continue with your blessing, and ended with thy forgiveness. And also, may the days that we have gone through with guidance and end with the victory of excellence.
Allahumma ya Allah, let our efforts throughout these entire days of IFSC 2020 as a means to enlighten and convince ourselves, outer or inner, is a prerequisite for achieving happiness and excellence in various fields. O Allah, grant us faith and strength in order to face the challenges of life in the new millennium. Allahumma ya Allah, through these 2 days of IFSC 2020, reconcile with love and understanding between our hearts and resolve our problems. Guide us toward peace and path of guidance. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzaban nar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
Thank you, Kai Amza bin Muhammad Ashri, for the recitation of prayers. Now, let us watch the IFSC 2020 montage prepared by Encik Muhammad Shafiz bin Mansha with the team Connecting Environment Through Research. Please enjoy.
Bidang pendidikan merupakan bidang yang sangat penting bagi kemajuan sesebuah negara dan ia memainkan peranan yang besar dalam memperkasakan national well-being dan penghasilan perumahan baharu supaya negara kekal relevan dalam menempuh arah baru dengan pelbagai penemuan terkini bagi dimanfaatkan oleh semua orang. Bagi saya, the National Future Scientist Conference adalah merupakan platform atau wadah yang sangat baik untuk melatih sifat-sifat saintifik di dalam diri anak-anak pelajar di dalam melaksanakan sesuatu kajian. Selain itu juga, sifat keberanian dan keyakinan diri juga dapat dibina di dalam diri anak-anak pelajar apabila melaksanakan dan membentangkan hasil kajian masing-masing.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very warm greeting I wish to everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the 9th International Future Sciences Conference organized by Pusat Genius Pintar, previously known as Pusat Pintar Negara, University Kebangsaan Malaysia. The National Future Sciences Conference is held every year at this center. The theme for this Ifsc is Connecting the Environment Through Research. Interestingly, Ifsc 2020 is somewhat different from previous year, as all of us know that the whole globe is experiencing the COVID-19 pandemic. So this leads to the Ifsc 2020 being conducted virtually. This time, a total of 44 video presenters by the participants will cover the subfield of fundamental science, applied science, environmental science, computer science, as well as social science. On behalf of the center, I would like to thank and congratulate all presenters for your participation in Ifsc 2020. Last but not least, I would like to wish you Salam Tawakal Cipta Dikara. Explore, innovate, and be unique. Let's enjoy the journey of Ifsc 2020. Good luck, have a nice day, and stay safe.
Thank you for the wonderful clip. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now invite Yang Berusaha, Associate Professor Dr. Rolinda binti Yusof, the Director of Pusat Genius at Pintar Negara, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, to deliver her welcoming speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon. Yang berbahagia Dr. Nur Aisyah Spahat, Under-Secretary of Genius Division, Ministry of Education, Datuk Dr. Nurul Muhammad Ishak, Senior Consultant of Pusat Genius Pintar Negara, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, Dr. Hayati binti Ismail, the Director of College Genius Insan, University Science Islam Malaysia, Dr. Nur Sakinah Muhammad, Deputy Director of Pusat Genius Pintar Negara, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, speakers, lecturers, organizing committee, and participants, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the International Future Scientists Conference 2020. On behalf of Pusat Mata Pintar Negara, I would like to welcome and express our deepest gratitude and warm welcome to all of you, and extend appreciation to all speakers, presenters, and participants of the Ifsc 2020. This year's conference theme is Connecting Environment Through Research. I believe all of you can agree with me that it is high time for us to pay more attention to the environment and preparing a better and greener earth for the future generation. As mentioned by our keynote speaker this morning, Datuk Sri Dr. Mushrifah Idris, on the importance of preserving and safeguard the country's heritage, which inherited from the past generation, to be maintained in the present and bestowed to the future generation. What most important is to cultivate awareness among the young ones. And thus, this Ifsc team this year catered to this matter remarkably. We hope that in the future, Ifsc will spark research interest in students to participate seriously in STEM field with the goal to contribute the most to mankind and to our local and global prosperity. For the record, this is the first time that Ifsc being conducted virtually or online. Despite the challenges in adapting to the new norms, Ifsc 2020 is happening. I can proudly say that our students have adapted very well to the new norms of learning and gaining useful and essential skills along the way. ladies and gentlemen, for your information, actually this IFSC conference is part of our STEM endeavors, which exposes young researchers among high school students on the importance of research and thus improving their interest in STEM. What I could tell that IFSC 2020 provide a unique platform for exposing cutting-edge research findings, opportunity for interacting and exchanging ideas among participants, as well as developing student talents. We at Pusat Genius Pintar paved the ways and opportunity for students to interact, to experience and connect with the real-life scientists and researchers from various faculties at this majestic university that we are proud of, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, so that our students will have all the real-life experience in making new discoveries and collecting new findings throughout the research process, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a game changer for exposing our generation to research. All of this research finding will be later be compiled and published as our official IFSC proceeding. Yes, we have a proceeding for every IFSC hosted since 2012. This is indeed a great source of references in expanding the knowledge and research culture so that the next generation of IFSC for the future scientists juniors have a prior reference have a prior references to start off their research project. Some of our young researchers managed to publish their findings in top established journal, and that is a great achievement from the young scientists at our center. I appreciate students' enthusiasm in contributing to scientific progress and to share and exchange ideas and knowledge, especially in innovation in science and technology. It is hoped that through this conference, these young researchers are able to discover new dimensions and insights in research and uncover cutting-edge technology that will spark deeper into their research interests. And finally, I would like to thank all committee members for their full commitment organizing this conference efficiently. Congratulations. That brings me to the end of my speech. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rolinda, for the wonderful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia, Dr. Nuraisa binti Spahat, the Undersecretary of Genius Division, Ministry of Education, to deliver her speech and officiate the closing ceremony. Please welcome.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to everybody. Yang Berusaha Profesor Madya Dr. Rolinda binti Yusof, Director Pusat Genius Pintar Negara, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Yang Berusaha Dr. Hayati binti Ismail, Director College Genius Insan, Universiti Sains Islam Malaysia. Yang Membahagia Dr. Noria Muhammad Ishaq, Consultant of Genius Pintar Negara. Persatuan Muafakat College Genius Pintar, UKM, sponsors, distinguished guests, invited speakers, and all participants. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to extend my very warm welcome to all guests and participants to the closing ceremony of the International Future Scientists Conference 2020. Even with the threat of COVID-19, this International Future Scientists Conference is successfully conducted using a virtual approach. I congratulate to all members of Pusat Genius Pintar Negara for efficiently organizing this academic program via the digital world. This is the 9th year that is International Future Scientists Conference has been organized by Pusat Genius Pintar Negara. The theme of connecting environment to research is extremely relevant in today's age of uplifting the youth in all aspects, especially in the realm of science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Good quality of research, as well as scientific and technical innovations, will be critical drivers for saving the environment, reducing the impact of global warming, helping in adapting to climate change, cleaning up polluted areas, and taking care of our own health. This research and studies actually are in line with one of 5 key megatrends, which is climate change and resources scarcity. So what we are doing now is actually really relevant to our situations in our countries and the world. These 5 megatrends are macroeconomics and geostrategic forces that are shaping our world. Therefore, the awareness of megatrends actually investment process to discover real insight of challenges in the future. In addition, overcoming these challenges will allow us to move toward a different economy, which is an environment-friendly activities that generate qualified employment. I hope all students manage to gain invaluable knowledge and experience throughout this program to continuously cultivate the feeling of being a young scientist in themselves. Every country needs young scientists to develop community, technology, economy, and society. As a young researcher, ladies and gentlemen, iteration is one of the keys to successful research. Research usually does not end. The study goes on deeper and deeper. There may be instances that you will take the time to find the expected results, but ultimately, you will get the outcome. One thing that you will always witness during the research processes is the questions that arise one after another. These questions usually lead to new ideas, new innovation, revisions, and improvements. All this, in turn, will be very helpful in research process, making data more effective and very useful. In view of STEAM's research, what we are doing now is actually being a paramount step in globalization. I'm proud to officially welcome participants from SBP, MRSM, KPM's schools, and international participants. It is an honor to have your presence and participation here. Diversify this research conference in terms of culture, not holding true to the domain of borderless 21st century innovative research. I hope you gain and share as much experience and knowledge as possible to make your participation here worthwhile. Before I end my speech, I would like to congratulate students who have presented their research project in this conference. And I give my heartiest congratulations to them for winning the awards in the competitions. Since they achieved substantial winnings and qualification, I highly encourage all of you to follow in their footsteps. Remember, curiosity is the mother of all learning and skills. Inspiration through participation will be more confidence in presenting your research finding to public. With this, I hereby officiate the International Future Scientists Conference 2020 with the overall themes of connecting environment to research. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia, Dr. Nuraisa binti Spahat, for the speech. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to announce the winners of the International Future Scientists Conference 2020. The bronze medalist of the International Future Scientists Conference 2020 goes to Adam Faris bin Muhammad Jurais, supervised by Muhammad Shafiz bin Matshah, with the research title, Effectiveness of Silica Gel as a Dehumidifier. Next is Alia Nadia binti Muhammad Aswad, supervised by Azrina binti Azhari, with the research title, A Potential Wound Healing Cream from Natural Remedies Found at Home. Next is Nur Husna Hidayah binti Sudeman, supervised by Nurul Hidayah binti Muhammad Nasir, with the research title, Homemade Citrus Aurantifolia Peels as Enzyme Cleaner. Next is Noor Baiti Husna binti Muhammad, supervised by Faizatul Akmal binti Rahim, with the research title, The Functional Impairment of Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, in Adulthood. Next is Nurin Anissa binti Muhammad Zain, supervised by Muhammad Fakro Shazwan bin Nurwan Zain, with the research title, Energy Conservation by Implying Harnessing Energy from Water Pipe in Malaysia, a concept paper. Next is Mariam Zilhusna binti Ahmad Shahzali, supervised by Faizatul Akmal binti Rahim, with the research title, Effect of Memory Loss in Young Adults with Depressive Disorders to Academic Performance. Next is Siti Nurin Balkis binti Muhammad Kamal Arifin, supervised by Jamaliah binti Hamdan, with the research title, Nutrinemia, a diet plan to sustain iron amount of in the body in order to improve physical performance in sports anemia athletes, a concept paper. Next is Wardina Inani binti Khairuddin, supervised by Cik Suryani binti Kifli and Nurul Hafizah binti Ma'ruf, with the research title, COVID-19 Outbreak in Malaysia, Action Taken by the Ministry of Education of Malaysia. Next is Muhammad Iman Daniel bin Muhammad Firdaus, supervised by Nur Akilah binti Muhammad Fauzi, with the research title, Effectiveness of Carbon Capture Storage for Reducing Anthropogenic Climate Change. Next, we have Hamiza binti Abdul Hafiz, supervised by Cik Suryani binti Kifli and Nurul Hafizah binti Ma'ruf, with the research title, Perception and Awareness Towards a Healthy Lifestyle Among Students in College Genius at Pintar Negara, UKM. Next, Batusha Nafisa binti Muhammad Yusri, supervised by Dr. Pema Yarani Menon, with the research title Fashion Industry, Minimizing its Contribution on Climate Change. Next, we have Nurul Farah Adila binti Syaiful Haili, supervised by Siti Nur Ain binti Sulaiman, with the research title The Effect of Carbon Black Concentration on Mechanical Properties of Polypropylene, a concept paper. Next, we have Muhammad Hafiz Haziq bin Muhammad Yusri, supervised by Nur Fiza binti Afandi, with the research title Management of Rheumatoid Arthritis, Probiotics as a Potential Treatment. Next, we have Muhammad Shamil Imran bin Muhammad Mansur, supervised by Mariati binti Mokhtar, with the research title Different Effect of Music Genre Towards Genius at Pintar Students' Emotion. Next, we have Nurin Shazwani binti Muhammad Zaki, supervised by Muhammad Zaim bin Esrati, with the research title Impact of Switching to Distance Learning During COVID-19 Pandemic on Teenagers' Mental Health in Malaysia, a concept paper. Next, we have Nurin Kisina binti Azhar, supervised by Roslina binti Ahmad Faisal, with the research title The Effect of Coffee Addiction on Stress Level Among Teenagers, a concept paper. Next, we have Nur Safa binti Samri, supervised by Kamarul Zaman bin Hamza, with the research title Lemon Juice as a Natural Stain Remover. Last but not least, we have Yusuf Fayad, Parvez Joy Putra Manahan, Haryanja Hawin Mufida El Haq, Shafira Nuraini Anindya, and Sumaya Shandana Harjito from Sekolah Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur, with the research title Identifying the Presence of Formalin Using Egg Whites. Now, for the silver medalists of the International Future Scientists Conference 2020 are Ahmad Azam bin Muhammad, supervised by Muhammad Shafiq, with the research title Effects of Artificial Cross-Pollination Method on Red and Yellow Citrullus lenitus. Next, we have Harun bin Azhar, supervised by Muhammad Saifun Azmi bin Muhammad Sharif, with the research title Smart Streetlights, Expanding the Function and Energy Efficiency of Urban Streetlights by Internet of Things Technology. Next, we have Tengku Arshad Danish Darwish Tengku Juso, supervised by Muhammad Fakhrul Shazwan bin Norwan Zain, with the research title Preventing Cat from Marking the Territory Around the House Using Household Items and Materials. Next, we have Edmund Yok Tek Jin, supervised by Siti Nurdiana binti Muhammad Kamaruddin and Nur Farhana binti Azmi, with the research title Polypropylene Form Face Masks from Recycled Propane, a concept paper. Next, we have Nur Shazrin binti Shamsani, supervised by Nurul Suzaina binti Joli, with the research title Valorization of Fish Offal and Seaweed as Organic Fertilizer for Sustainable Agriculture. Next, we have Nur Diana binti Zahidin, supervised by Nur Fiza binti Afandi, with the research title Involvement of Animals in COVID-19 Pandemic. Next, we have Vinesh Das Anak Laki Sivadas, supervised by Dr. Premayarani Menon, with the research title A Review on Collectivism and Depression. we have Jufri Haikal bin Juwaidi, supervised by Mariati binti Mokhtar, with the research title Cinnamon as Natural Food Coloring. Next, we have Kistina Sofia binti Shahanizam, supervised by Muhammad Zaim bin Esrati, with the research title Entertainment Medium and Social Media Platforms as a Means for Escapism Among Teenagers. Next, we have Muhammad Afiq bin Muhammad Ghazali, supervised by Muhammad Khair bin Sujud, with the research title Natural Hand Sanitizer, Essential Oils and Aloe Vera Gel as the Antimicrobial Agents. Next, we have Muhammad Ubaidah Al-Jarrah bin Muhammad Zamrus, supervised by Dr. Suganti Anak Perempuan Kanapati, with the research title Insect Repellent Production Using Lemons and Lemongrass and Its Efficiency. Last but not least, we have Siti Fatimah binti Muhammad Ridwan, supervised by Roslina binti Ahmad Faisal, with the research title Clinical Effects of Lactobacillus fermentum Supplementation as Probiotics on Atopic Dermatitis in a Randomized Controlled Trial, a review. We will now proceed with the Gold Medal recipients and Best Research Awards. IFSC 2020's Gold Medalists are Siti Maisarah binti Ahmad Tubandawi, supervised by Endang Pertiwi binti Saidi, with the research title Eco-Friendly Future, Bioluminescent Street Lights, the Concept. Next, we have Nur Izzati binti Umar, supervised by Endang Pertiwi binti Saidi, with the research title Fast Fashion Pollution, Catch Up on Trends Come with High Cost of Environmental Toll. Next, we have Munirah Munawarah binti Khairul Nizam, supervised by Nurul Hidayah binti Muhammad Nasir, with the research title Effectiveness of Aptamer-Based Biosensors for the Detection of Porcine DNA in Food Sample, a review. Next, we have Hamzah bin Sahirul Amri, supervised by Muhammad Saifun Azmin bin Muhammad Sharif, with the research title Light Intensity Control System Utilizing Internet of Things Technology to Reduce the Risk of Myopia. Next, we have Nur Afiqah binti Zulkarnain, supervised by Nur Akila binti Muhammad Fauzi, with the research title Potential of Citrus Limon, Citrus sinensis, and Citrus reticulata with apple cider vinegar as organic insect repellent. Next, we have Hu Chi, supervised by Siti Nur Ain binti Sulaiman, with the research title The Impacts of Mental Health of the Communities During the COVID-19 Quarantine. Next, we have Lalith Kumar Anak Laki Saravanan, supervised by Dr. Suganti Anak Perempuan Kanapati, with the research title Water Quality Monitoring Unit for River Lake Using Internet of Things. Next, we have Muhammad Adib bin Rukadi, supervised by Nur Sakinah binti Malhazir and Azrina binti Azhari, with the research title Facial Product from Curcuma centaurosa. Next, we have Nyak Nur Atirah binti Nyak Mazlan, supervised by Norlin binti Maulud, with the research title White Tea as Potential Health Catalyst Against Cancer, a concept paper. Next, we have Lu Xiaoning, supervised by Norlin binti Maulud, with the research title integrated treatment system of coagulation flocculation and phytoremediation for recovery of nutrient-rich solid and soluble nutrient from aquaculture effluent, the concept paper. Next, we have Muhammad Hafizuddin Akhtar bin Muhammad Zainal Abidin, supervised by Muhammad Khairuddin Sujud, with the research title Influence of Reynolds Number on Mixing Performance in a Micromixer. Next, we have Harish Kumar Raja, supervised by Siti Nurdiana binti Muhammad Kamaruddin and Nur Farhana binti Azmi, with the research title Detection of Counterfeit Currency Using Push Broom Hyperspectral Imaging. Next, we have Darishman Ravindran, supervised by Kamarul Zaman bin Hamza, with the research title Preventing Mosquito Bites and Diseases. Last but not least, we have Nur Shafawati, Zahra Amalia, Sultan Fasha Mansur, Marwa Rufaida, and Raditya Arkana Putra from Sekolah Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur, with the research title The Effect of Plastic Monomer Solution on the Growth of Green Beans. Now, the Best Research Award goes to Lalit Kumar Analaki Saravanan, supervised by Dr. Subhanti Anakutan Anabati, with the research title Water Quality Monitoring Unit for River, Lake Using Internet of Things. The Best Presenter Award goes to Nya Nur Atira binti Nya Mazlan, supervised by Norlin binti Maula, with the research title White Tea as Potential Health Catalyst Against Cancer, the concept paper. The Best Poster Award goes to Nora Afika binti Zulkarnain, supervised by Nur Akilah binti Muhammad Fauzi, with the research title Potential of Citrus Limon, Citrus sinensis, and Citrus reticulata with apple cider vinegar as organic insect repellent. Last but not least, the Best Newcomer Award goes to Nur Shafawati, Zahra Amalia, Sultan Fasha Mansur, Marwa Rufaida, and Raditya Arkana Putra from Sekolah Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur, with the research title The Effect of Plastic Monomer Solution on the Growth of Green Beans. Congratulations to all winners and participants for your efforts and diligence. Now, we will watch a video of College Genius at Pintar Negara students' performance. For your information, the video was prepared by College Genius at Pintar UKM Performance Club, led by Encik Muhammad Fakhrul Shazwan bin Nurwan Zain and Puan Faizatul Akmal binti Rahim. Please enjoy.
Kalang
Thank you for the wonderful performance. Before we end today's virtual conference, we would like to invite all participants to turn on your cameras for a short photography session as a memento of the IFSC this year. Comment shift 3. Okay. Dah. Thank you everyone for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of UKM Genius at Pintar, we would like to congratulate all participants, research mentors, and juries for participating in this year's International Future Scientists Conference. We hope you have gained abundantly from this conference and continue your research in the hopes of greater discoveries. That is all from us. Thank you. We hope this conference can attract more participants in the future. Dah. Sudah
Datang ya semua.
Mikrofon dah tutup. Dah. Dengar suara.